Steady now.
It's safe to say that few games garnered as much division and attention as The Last of Us Part 2. After its predecessor proved beloved by critics and fans, and perhaps shaped the way story-driven games played the following generation, the 7-year wait proved lengthy. However, a combination of pre-launch leaks, vitriolic backlash to certain development choices, and a subversion of expectations on a scale that would make Metal Gear Solid 2 blush, all seem to coalesce into a huge mess, likely not helped by its release year of 2020 seeing most stuck at home. If you take this sequel on its own merits, it's an oft enjoyable time that perhaps struggles to realise less is more at times, though Naughty Dog's immense talent still shines through. The Last of Us Part 2 takes place 5 years after the conclusion of the first game. Ellie and Joel live in Jackson, as a quaint group of survivors take refuge away from the infected while performing patrols to ensure safety. But Ellie's life is turned upside down by a tragic event, setting her on a revenge-fueled collision course against Abby, a trained soldier who has her own deep backstory.
Hey.
Don't.
It's mostly another incredibly well-written narrative, with believable dialogue that humanises everyone you interact with, subtle foreshadowing that can be missed on a first playthrough, and enjoyable characters, both returning and new.
I'm messing with you, man. I don't care. Get dressed.
There are even ties to dialogue from the previous game that shapes the story's outcome. Unfortunately, a big twist during the midpoint results in something of a reset, which feels anticlimactic considering the semi-cliffhanger that precedes it is left unanswered for 10 hours.
Hey, eyes on me. Abby.
The second half of the story lacks the nuance or creativity of the first, revisiting certain ideas and concepts from the first game, but not quite matching it for sheer brilliance. For example, flashback sequences appear in both halves of the campaign, and while scenes featuring Joel and Ellie are outstanding...
Oh, hello. Sorry, the dinosaurs are busy right now.
What are you doing?
Oh, wait. One of the dinosaurs is here.
The other portion feels far less enjoyable, almost killing the pace. The final stretch grows particularly wearisome and feels undermining to the story told prior, which is a shame.
Just climb down. Hey, hey!
In terms of the gameplay, in comparison, there is honestly little to complain about. There's a slew of welcome refinements to the gameplay loop of stealth and combat. Ellie comes armed with a pistol, rifle, and shotgun, but gains further weapons through story and exploration. You can eventually craft traps such as smoke bombs or explosive mines by scavenging resources. As before, a ton of collectible items allow you insight into the world or upgrade your abilities and weapons through supplements or scrap respectively. Special mention must go to the collectible cards, which see dozens of fictional superheroes and villains written out in detail. Enemies come in both human and infected forms, but in a neat touch hinted at in Left Behind, several sections sees both roaming the environment and can be pitted against one another. You can even grab human foes and throw them into infected for an easy kill. The shooting remains weighty but feels tighter, AI proves rather adept in both combat and stealth, and expansive environments gift plentiful opportunities for cool experimentation. Even puzzles feel more diverse, including scavenger hunts to open safes for resources, though, in another cool touch, you can crack them by listening to the sound of the clicking lock. The gameplay works well on almost all fronts.
So, where are we?
As Naughty Dog did with Uncharted 4's Madagascar level, The Last of Us Part 2 sees them dipping their toe into a non-linear chapter with Ellie's Day 1 in Seattle. Allowing you to ride around a spacious downtown area on horseback, there are several locations to both explore and loot, each with their own story to tell. One such locale is Westlake Bank, which saw a crew attempt a heist during the initial outbreak and also houses a nod to another Naughty Dog series.
If we were back in the old world, whew, we'd be rich.
A majority of this location can be skipped, but doing so sees you missing out on these goodies and clever stories tucked away. It's also a beautiful ruin, showcasing nature overtaking man as the dominant force after the outbreak. It certainly lives up to the prior effort from Uncharted 4, and hints at potential if Naughty Dog decides to commit to the format. Speaking of beauty, Naughty Dog would push the PlayStation 4 further to create one of the system's best looking games. Characters are crafted with immense clarity and motion captured movements, showcasing personal tics and raw emotion few games can emulate. Environments are sprawling yet detailed, beautifully lit, and bearing their own little touches. The earlier snowy chapters see your prints cleared by falling snow. Infected remain unsettling in design, with the new variants proving particularly creepy. Seeing the ruined downtown area as far as the eye can see is truly impressive. Performance is almost always sturdy too, bar a few hitches in intense moments. The sound is also strong, as a slew of talented actors deliver fantastic performances to back the motion capture.
Well, that didn't suck.
Potent weaponry and unnerving sounds such as the wheezing cries of the new Shambler infected all work too. The only disappointment is perhaps the music, as while it fits and can certainly build tension or heighten action, it lacks the memorability of the prior game.
Ellie.
I think Shimmer's getting sick.
What? How can you tell?
She sounds a little hoarse.
Oh, boy.
The only other major misstep you can levy at The Last of Us Part 2 is its length, though not in the way you would expect. Whereas the first game was around 12 hours long and felt appropriate for its cross-country tale, this game doubles the runtime, with even brisk runs taking over 20 hours. The systems and mechanics struggle to keep you going for this duration of time, not helped by the aforementioned structure of the story.
All these spores mean they've been here for a while.
The overall pacing feels sluggish and a step backwards compared to the tight yet lengthy Uncharted 4. Considering how dark this game goes thematically, some may struggle to reach the end. Still, The Last of Us Part 2 boasts enough quality moments, intricate detail, and technical prowess to be highly enjoyable. As a continuation of an acclaimed story, it certainly divided fans, but the writing talent of Naughty Dog is still on show, especially in the first half, and makes for an engrossing thread. Refinements to the gameplay and subtle tweaks make for a fun game of experimentation with stealth or combat, while the visuals push the system to the absolute limit. Perhaps with some chapters cut and events rearranged, this could have been a truly strong sequel, but instead it feels a touch bloated. However, when this sequel does click, it offers thrills and shocks few games can match.